The night of November 25th, 2016, forever changed the lives of the Vitez family from the small Serbian town of Senta. Their 15-year-old daughter Barbara vanished under mysterious circumstances that remain unresolved. The official explanation claims that Barbara fell from a bridge into the Tisa River and drowned. However, numerous contradictions, suspicious details, and unexpected evidence lead many to doubt this conclusion. What truly happened to Barbara Vitez? Today we'll reconstruct the events and explore all the theories surrounding this tragic case. Barbara Vitez was born on August 13, 2001, in Senta, a town in northern Serbia near the Hungarian border. Her parents, ethnic Hungarians, raised two children, Barbara and her older brother. She was the light of our family, always smiling, always ready to help, Barbara's mother said in an interview. In September 2016, Barbara enrolled at a local school of economics and trade. She was a diligent student, never missing a class. Teachers described her as responsible and determined. Her life seemed perfectly ordinary for a girl her age. On the evening of November 25th, Barbara joined her friends at a birthday party at a local pizzeria. Around 10 p.m., the group decided to head home. Their route took them across an old railway bridge over the Tisa River. The bridge was notorious for its dangers, narrow, without railings, and with wide gaps between the beams. Crossing it in the dark was especially risky. Two of Barbara's friends told police that she attempted to climb over the bridge's railing, slipped, and fell into the icy water from a height of about 10 meters. The water temperature was around 4 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees Fahrenheit, that night. Rescue teams were dispatched immediately, but no body was ever recovered. No clothing or other evidence of her fall was found. From the very first days after her disappearance, inconsistencies began to surface. Friends gave conflicting statements about what had happened on the bridge. Some claimed Barbara slipped, while others said she was trying to perform a stunt by climbing over the railing. She was terrified of heights. She wouldn't even climb the attic ladder at home. How could anyone believe she'd willingly climb a bridge railing? Barbara's father remarked. On December 13th, Barbara's parents received an anonymous letter. The author alleged that Barbara had been poisoned, assaulted, and murdered on the bridge, with her body later thrown into the river. The police dismissed the letter as a prank and chose not to investigate further. However, the Vitez family believed the letter could contain vital information. Mistrust in the police grew daily. Barbara's parents encountered a wall of silence and resistance. Authorities denied them access to key information, including the results of polygraph tests taken by suspects and footage from nearby surveillance cameras. We don't understand why the police are doing nothing. This isn't just a missing person case. It's a tragedy for the entire community, locals expressed. In January 2017, Barbara's father organized a rally in the town square. Around 100 people gathered to support the Vitez family, demanding a transparent investigation. An online petition for justice garnered over 1,000 signatures. The protests and public outcry drew the attention of international organizations. Interpol and Hungarian police joined the investigation. Barbara's disappearance was registered in the International Missing Persons database. In spring 2017, as the Tisa River thawed, search operations resumed with support from neighboring countries. Advanced technology, including 3D sonar and search dogs from Hungary, was employed. Yet, even with the extended search radius, neither Barbara's body nor her belongings were found. "We searched every inch of the river but found nothing," rescue workers stated. Her photos were posted on street corners and in shop windows. In Hungary, the public actively supported the search, and local police explored various theories, including abduction. Over time, reports began emerging of Barbara being spotted in various European countries. The first such claim came from Greece in 2017. Independent witnesses said they saw a girl resembling her. "I didn't know about her disappearance until I saw the photos. I'm sure it was her," a witness from Greece stated. In April 2018, the Vitez family spotted a girl resembling Barbara during a live stream online. The girl visibly reacted when names of Barbara's relatives and their family dog were mentioned in the chat. That same year, someone reported seeing her stepping out of a car with tinted windows. Later, there were claims she may have been working in a kitchen at a hunting lodge in Hungary. Despite years of setbacks, Barbara's parents continue to fight for her return. They've hired private detectives, organized international search teams, and personally investigated every lead about their daughter's possible location. Every new report fuels the family's hope that Barbara is still alive. However, no definitive evidence of her whereabouts has been uncovered. Barbara Vitez's story remains one of the most haunting and enigmatic cases in the region. Her disappearance has inspired countless theories, but one thing is certain. Her parents remain relentless in their pursuit of truth, holding on to the hope that one day, Barbara will return. Story 2. The Disappearance of Catalia Alvarez. Florence, June 10th, 2023. The afternoon was warm with a gentle breeze stirring the leaves in the courtyard of the old Astor Hotel. This once bustling establishment was now a dilapidated building home to over 140 displaced migrants. Children played in the dusty courtyard, making the most of their difficult circumstances. Among them was 5-year-old Catalea, Mia Chiclo. Alvarez, a girl with an infectious smile and boundless energy. Her wide brown eyes gleamed with curiosity as she ran with the other children, her beloved stuffed bear clutched tightly in her small arms. Kata's laughter echoed as she dashed across the courtyard, unaware of the tension hanging in the air around her. The hotel, which had long ceased to be a legitimate business, had become a refuge for those seeking shelter, but the conditions were far from safe. People struggled to survive, and among the crowd there were whispers of violence and extortion. Catalea's mother, Catherine Alvarez, worked long hours at a supermarket, hoping to make enough money to provide for her family. Every day, she prayed that one day they would leave the chaos behind and find a better life. Her brother, Dominique, watched over the children in the courtyard when she wasn't around. It was a delicate arrangement. Catherine trusted Dominique, but the tension in the hotel made her uneasy. On that fateful afternoon, the children were playing in the courtyard, laughing and shouting as they ran after one another. But everything changed in an instant. Kata, upset after an argument with her friends, wandered off to a quieter corner, clutching her stuffed bear. Moments later, she was gone. When Catherine returned from work and discovered her daughter was missing, panic surged through her veins. She rushed to Dominique, demanding to know what had happened. Dominique, visibly shaken, explained that Kata had been playing moments ago, but hadn't been seen since. Catherine's heart began to race. She immediately began searching the building, calling out her daughter's name, but no one had seen anything. The hotel was large, with multiple floors and numerous rooms. The crumbling structure made it difficult to navigate, and every corner seemed to hide another potential threat. Neighbors and fellow migrants, some of whom had lived in the hotel for months or even years, joined in the search. They scoured the courtyard, the stairwells, the hallways, but there was no sign of Kata. The sense of unease grew thicker by the minute. Catherine's mind raced. Where could she have gone? Was she lost? Or was something worse at play? One child, a small girl barely 3 years old, finally spoke up. "I saw Kata," she said, her voice trembling. She was crying. A man took her. The words echoed in Catherine's mind, and her heart sank. The idea that someone had taken her daughter sent a wave of horror through her. The police were called, and they immediately began their investigation. As they combed through the building, they interviewed the residents, hoping to uncover any information about the abduction. The investigation quickly revealed that the Astor Hotel was not just a place of refuge. It was a dangerous, lawless environment. The building, once a thriving hotel, had become a breeding ground for criminal activity. Over 140 people lived in the hotel, most of them migrants who had come seeking better lives. But within the walls of the hotel, life was far from easy. Extortion, violence, and threats were a daily reality for the residents. Dominique, Kata's uncle, was soon identified as a key figure in this criminal network. He, along with a group of men, had been extorting money from other residents of the hotel, demanding rent payments in exchange for a place to stay. The victims who couldn't pay were subjected to violent threats. In one particularly chilling incident, a man had jumped out of a window in a desperate attempt to escape a beating from Dominique and his associates. The investigation also uncovered that Catherine had argued with other residents just days before Kata's disappearance. She had been planning to leave the hotel with her children, hoping to escape the toxic environment. It was possible that Kata's abduction was a form of retaliation for her defiance, but the police had little evidence to support that theory. As days turned into weeks, Catherine's despair deepened. The search efforts intensified, but every lead seemed to hit a dead end. The police conducted thorough searches of the building, using sniffer dogs to track any scent, but there was no sign of Kata. Surveillance footage from the hotel's security cameras showed Kata leaving the courtyard, but then the trail went cold. Catherine's road to recovery was long and difficult. Physically, she healed, but emotionally, the scars lingered. She was haunted by the image of her daughter's smiling face, the sound of her laughter, and the hope that one day they would be reunited. She spoke publicly about her daughter's disappearance, sharing her story with the media in the hopes that someone, anyone, would come forward with information. "I won't rest until I find my daughter," Catherine said in public place. "I won't stop. I'll never stop fighting for her." Meanwhile, the investigation continued. The police questioned more residents of the hotel, and eventually, Dominique and several other individuals were arrested. They were charged with extortion, assault, and attempted murder. However, none of the arrests seemed to bring answers about Kata's abduction. Catherine clung to the hope that the truth would come to light. Her determination to find Kata became a driving force. She continued to speak out about her daughter's disappearance, pleading for anyone with information to come forward. Flyers with Kata's face were distributed in every corner of Florence, and social media posts reached people across the world. Though the investigation was still ongoing, Catherine refused to let despair consume her. She believed with every fiber of her being that one day she would hold her daughter again.